Alright, it's Wednesday, so I'm going to check in with everybody. This is my late son's 1964 Chevrolet Corvair convertible. Sits in my driveway. Sometimes it sits in my garage. It's a little bit of interesting history. This car, in 1960, Chevrolet decided to put out a Corvair. They ran it from 1960 to 1969. Interesting thing about the car is that the engine is actually in the rear of the vehicle, not in the front. So this is the engine. They all came with the same engine, roughly, from 61 to 64. They are all 6-cylinder vehicles from 60 through 69. You have 2 carburetors, one on each side of the engine. This is, or in a modern car you have an alternator. This is the generator. And when you fill up the car, you're supposed to take your dipstick here. Yeah, it was hard to do on that second player. Take your dipstick and drop a bit of oil inside here and here to lubricate the generator. The last time I drove the car, I barely made it home after a couple of times of it stopping. I definitely have an issue with either fuel or spark. That is solved by letting it cool down some. So I suspect it's either the coil, which is here, or I may be with this fuel pump. This car originally came with an option for an oil bath filter, and the oil bath would have sat here, and then there was a hose that went from here to the oil bath, and that was for like desert environments. I don't know much about the car's history. It was originally white, as you can see on the firewall, and the engine build plate here. We need to decipher all the numbers. It's a 64, built at Willow Run. It was the 17,189th Corvair in 64. This is the body trim level. Paint coat is E for ermine white. What else is interesting about it? Yeah, the 2 carburetors are fun. The oil filter is actually here, and it screws in from the top versus screwing an oil filter onto a nut. You actually screw the nut into the oil filter to release it. But yeah, this is the Corvair. One day I'm going to get it running reliably enough where I can drive it to work one day. That's my goal. So now you know more about me.